We have a winner of this, the Zoom tablet, and it's Sam Schill. Right here. I don't have much slack. You gotta come to me. College Kids Heart to do this? Yeah. Thank you, Verizon, for that. Much appreciated. Mr. Palmer is next.
As I was told, you're supposed to start out with a funny story or joke. So anyway, guy walks in the doctor's office empty-handed. Doctor says, I thought I told you when you came into my office, I wanted you to bring a small stool. Got one right here. Hey-o. Hey, you'll get it. On the way home, you'll think, oh, God, he was funny. Anyway, I'm Pat Palmer, the computer guy from Hampton, Iowa. And I've known, thank you, I've known Deb and Judy and Carrie forever. Anyway, it's good to be here. We're going to talk a little bit about today, about what I do in kind of a practical sense. I do computer repair for folks. And so we do computer repair in our shop in Hampton. We do it in their house, wherever they're at, in about a 40-mile radius of Hampton. And we just started remote repair. So the Latham gal here will know Paige. I fixed her computer in Italy about 2 months ago. So that's just some of the services we offer. Back in about 2004, I had a girlfriend who I later ended up marrying. She lived in Minnesota. So we were doing the every other weekend thing. I'd drive up there and she'd drive down here. And so I heard about this thing called MySpace in 2004. And so I was playing around on the computer. I thought, I'm going to join that. That seems like that would be a cool thing. I always wanted MySpace, sometimes away from her, but I wanted MySpace. And so I thought, well, gee whiz, there's lots of people on the computer, and I started accumulating friends and followers and whatnot on MySpace. And pretty soon I told my wife, I said, I think that I might just turn my MySpace into a kind of a fan page for the computer guy. Well, that'll never work. I said, what do you mean? Oh, who the hell would follow anybody on that? Who really cares? And I said, well, last time I checked, if you had a MySpace account, you probably had a computer. And, well, yeah, I suppose. So she still doubted it. So I put some blogs up on there about different things and my logos and some helpful hints and tips and whatnot. And pretty soon, the next week, somebody says, I've got a problem. And so we fix that. And then the next week, somebody says, I've got a problem. And so on and on and on. So out of my MySpace page back in 2004, 2005 or so, I was making $500 a month, extra money I didn't have before, fixing people's problems who were on MySpace. Now, I know we had the one gal in here dropping names, so I'll drop a name or two. If you're on TV, you're famous, and so I don't really care who you are. So one day I was surfing around, and Jerry Mathers, how many people remember Jerry Mathers? The Leave It to Beaver, had a problem on his MySpace page. Somebody had spammed him with some stuff, and I emailed him and said, somebody has spammed your page with pornography. And I said, here's how you get rid of that. Oh, well, thank you. So he actually wrote back and thanked me for it. So I've got the beaver under my belt. So in 2006 then, we decided to get into this Facebook thing. And my wife, kicking and screaming and getting into technology. And now she's a tweeter and a blogger that I don't read. And so I got into the Facebook arena and then evolved into the fan pages and the groups and the whatnot. And so that's kind of how that was. But in the practical use of Facebook, I had a customer the other day. Usually Mondays are really hectic around the office. So on Monday, about a 25-year-old guy calls in and says, I've got a problem with my Facebook page. I'm bringing my laptop down right now, and damn it, you're going to fix it. Okay, come on down. So anyway, he came down, and we had it fixed in a short time. Same day, 95-year-old lady from Iowa Falls calls. Pat, I've got a problem with my computer on Facebook. Can you come down? And I said, well, it's going to be maybe a couple days. No rush. Yeah, there is. You're 95. But another lady from Sheffield comes in and calls, and she needs help getting set up. And by the time I left her house, I was there for an hour helping her with her Facebook. And by God, at 93 years old, when I left after an hour, she had 17 friends. So you're certainly never too old. But I guess that's another part of the presentation. What was promoted today was everything is going well with Facebook. My wife's on it, and her cousins are on it. She has an aunt on it. But we cannot use the F word around my mother-in-law. The F word's Facebook. Cannot say Facebook around her because she looked at it once. The day my wife got a speeding ticket and posted it. So she looked at that, and she kind of wanted that, and really everybody's been too busy now to help her with that. So we were at a family get-together, and my father-in-law, who's got a real dry sense of humor, we were talking about Facebook when the mother-in-law was out of the room. He leans over to me, and he always clears his throat when he's going to say something profound. I know I'm not on Facebook, but are we still friends? Yeah, Phil, we are. He'd be very impressed with the gal here from John Deere because they have the red brand, but the nephew, who's the up-and-coming farmer, says, Phil, my father-in-law, he says, I'm tired of using this old equipment. We need to get something new. He says, I'm tired of going to the Historical Society for tractor parts. But in the practical use of this is when we're out doing virus removals, a lot of the times I'll take a picture of what's on the screen. Two things. One is to warn my fans or my followers of what is out there on the internet as far as those pop-ups that say, you are infected, your computer's infected, it's going to blow up, whatever. That's scareware stuff. But another reason is for my employee back at the shop to look and say, okay, I see what that is. I'm going to do some research on that. By the time I get the computer back to the shop, he's got a solution for it. We get it fixed right away. My employee is not one of those that's on Facebook a lot. As Deb talked to him the other day, she says, are you going to watch Pat online? Probably not. But, if he's not on Facebook on a regular basis, then I don't have to read posts like, my job sucks, my employer sucks, that customer's an idiot. So I'm glad that in that case he certainly isn't. But he's, like I said, he's not the most socially motivated person, and sometimes that's probably good. I also talked about in my promo that I would compare a little bit about the social media that I use as Twitter and, of course, Facebook and MySpace and LinkedIn. I don't know if you noticed, but I collect Mexican food. And it's been an ongoing habit for a while, but so I have to compare stuff I know about. So I think about Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn and MySpace and compare them to tacos, enchiladas, quesadillas, and burritos. So you say, well, okay. I said, well, what's in a taco? Oh, you've got 2 minutes. I've got 2 minutes. I've got a shell, I've got meat, I've got cheese, and of course vegetables and sauce. Well, what's in a burrito? Well, you got tortilla, you've got meat, you've got cheese, your own vegetables you want to add, and your own special sauce. Quesadilla, same thing. Tortilla, meat, cheese, your own vegetables, and your own special sauce. And same with the enchilada. It's just the presentation of it. So the only difference is what you put into it. Your vegetables and your special sauce makes social networking work for you no matter which kind of product that you want to use. It's all the same thing on the surface. It's your special sauce. It's your special toppings that make it great. Another thing is that a reason why my competitors all hate me is whenever I go into an area, I go into it like a new explorer. You stick your flag in the ground and you say, I claim this for the computer guy. God, that pisses him off. But, I also have to ask the question, who owns the moon? Who owns the moon? America does. You're damn right. We got 6 flags stuck in it. So we own the moon. So again, I challenge you as you go out and about with your social networking experience is to claim the moon in your social networking and claim it for you, and be bold and be proud, and let people know who you are and what you represent. So I appreciate the time. Thank you very much.